NFL training camp is here, underway, a couple weeks in. Super Bowl contender San Francisco 49ers have already had some season-ending injuries to Glenn Dorsey, to Kendall Hunter, LaMichael James out a month, which brings up the question, Tommy, should coaches and teams be having training camp with this much contact? Do you think that in the end of the run that's productive? And on that note, should the NFL mandate a increase in roster size because of this issue with so many injuries happening in training camp?
To your first point, I think they still need to keep hitting because the tackling in the NFL has just gotten atrocious. And I'm not trying to say the helmet hits, I miss them or whatever. I'm saying just wrap up tackling and open field tackling has gotten horrendous, and it's because they don't practice it anymore because they can't. So I think they need to keep hitting. If you tackle the right way, it won't be that big of a deal. I'm not saying every single day you need to just be smashing into each other full speed, but it never hurts to get a couple extra reps in. Tackling wise, to your point on the roster size, I think it should be increased. They have practice squad members. Why not just let them be on the regular team? Maybe you have a whole new contract bracket if it's a problem with the salary cap. You have a couple extra guys who aren't technically on the active roster and they make less. But I don't see a problem with it. I think the veteran guys would like it because there's a lot of marginal guys whose careers end shorter than they would like it because there's not enough room for them on a team. I don't see that being a bad situation for anyone. The problem is they messed it up during the lockout. I know it was one of the things they wanted. They didn't get it. So to your point, yes, they should have more players on the roster.
I agree with you. I don't think they shouldn't hit in training camp because in the case of Kendall Hunter, who's, the Niners' very dependable backup running back, he was injured when he was cutting, trying to get away from a defender, but it wasn't a contact injury. So like we talked about in a previous topic with NBA players playing international competition, injuries can happen anywhere. It doesn't have to be a contact incident to cause injury. But I think there are ways to limit the amount of contact. I agree with you that tackling that lately has become an issue in the NFL, but there are ways of decreasing the amount of contact necessary to still garner the same results. So I agree with you on that point. As far as increasing the roster size, obviously it's something the owners aren't going to want at all because they don't want to increase the salary cap whatsoever. Players on the current roster aren't going to take salary cuts at all to accommodate extra players. So there's got to be some type of compromise, in my opinion. I agree with you on this issue. Lately we've seen way too many injuries happen every year in training camp. And it's everything from David Wilson on the New York Giants just, tweaks his neck after he had a neck injury last year. And now he's going to have to retire. They won't let him play football anymore. Now the New York Giants essentially lost one of their main starting I wouldn't call him starting running back because he got injured early in last year, but he was their starting running back to start out last year. So there goes him. I think what would be productive is to allow a few more players on each team to be on the team for longer in training camp. So maybe push back first or second cut a little farther into the season. I know that's harder on the players because if they get cut later in the season, it's tougher to find another team. But if you allow more players on the team to stay on the team for longer during training camp, if that freak injury does happen, you at least have more from the pot to pick.
And since you brought up the Niners, I'm going to go ahead and throw out this bold prediction. I know it's completely off topic, but I want to get it on record. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
The San Francisco 49ers will not make the playoffs this year. Write that down. Save that file.
Tommy, I know what's going on here. This is you baiting me. You're trying to light a fire in me. All you have to say right now, because we're going to debate this all season, as we've gotten picked up by 6 sports. We're going to be talking more West Coast sports as we move into the fall. But tell me what you're willing to bet, because there's no shot in hell the Niners miss the playoffs. They're too deep, and I'll make you a bet right now, Tommy. The Niners will still make the playoffs even if Colin Kaepernick gets hurt.
Oh, my goodness. That is so off.
Yes, it is.
If the Niners make the playoffs, I will wear a piece of Niners clothing every single day until they're eliminated.
No, Tommy, if the Niners make the playoffs, you have to wear a one-piece bathing suit to the beach on an 80-degree-plus day.
Done.
And that's it. That's the timer. You know, we were really. God, I want to go overtime with this subject because we're just getting into it.
Wait, what do you get when I win? What do I get out of you when I win?
What do you want me to do?
Same thing.
Wear a one-piece bathing suit to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
All right. Deal's a deal.
Virtual shake on it. 1, 2, 3, shake. Ready?
Fair.
1, 2, 3, shake.
All right. My hand's out. I'm trying to find you. All right. We are overtime. We'll be back next week with maybe a bet on the Chargers, you know?
Ooh, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, man.
That's it. We'll be back next week. Trevor Brew, Tommy Morris. I said your name for you.
We're out.
We're out.
Peace.